Hey guys, just another Yugi fan here with you today, bringing you a Satellaknight deck profile. Satellaknights are a light warrior archetype that came out this past Saturday at the Duelist Alliance sneak peek. So they're not even legal yet, but I'm bringing you the deck profile already, making sure you know what's in it, how to play it, before it's even out. So let's get started. So first, we start off with what every good deck needs, which is a searcher. So he has Satellaknight Denev. So when he's summoned in any way, like all of the other Satellaknights, if he's flip, normal, or special summoned, then he gets to search out one Satellaknight monster other than himself. And so all the Tellarknights work like that, that once per turn they can get their effect when they're summoned in any way. Second, we have 3 Satellaknight Vega. What happens is when it's summoned in any way, you can special summon one Tellarknight monster from your hand, and so that will set off their effect. Third, we run 3 Satellaknight Altair. What happens is when he's summoned, you're able to special summon one Tellarknight monster from your grave, other than himself. The only restriction is that you can only do this once per turn, and during that turn, only Tellarknight monsters can attack. But normally you can use him to make the big Exceed and not have to worry about that. Next, we run 2 Satellaknight Unukai, which is when it's not summoned, you are able to send any Satellaknight monster to the graveyard. And so this really sets up your plays with Altair by sending this guy, Satellaknight Alsam, and when he's summoned, you can burn your opponent for 1,000 damage. So that's all of the Tellarknight monsters. Next, we run 3 Kage to Kage because all of these are level 4, and normally you normal summon once per turn. So he works really well in the deck. Next, I run 1 Photon Thrasher because it's just an easy light warrior to get out, help with that first turn, rank 4. And because they're all light, of course you have to run the 1 Honest. That's all. There's 17 monsters in the deck. Next, we'll do the spells. I run 2 Satellaknight Skybridge, and what this does is a quick play spell, and so you target one Tellarknight monster on your field and special summon another Tellarknight monster with a different name from your deck, and then shuffle in the Tellarknight monster you targeted originally. And so what you can do here is avoid a bottomless, a deep prison, anything that would remove a monster to get another attack in during the battle phase. The only restriction is you cannot special summon anything but Tellarknight monsters while the monster you special summoned was on the field. That restriction is not too hard to meet. Next, because they're all warriors, we run 2 Reinforcement of the Army. You can search out any of the Tellarknight monsters with it. Pretty self-explanatory. Next, we run 2 Soul Charge. Since they get their effects when they're special summon, this card's just perfect for the deck. It works very well, especially when you could be low on resources in hand and deck later game. You can pull them out of your grave for you. Then for consistency and speed, we run 3 Upstart, just get through the deck, and 1 Book of Moon to utilize all of its abilities, whether it's flipping it face down, even to get another effect of the monster next turn, because they get when they're flip summoned. But it's too good not to run, in my opinion. So there are 10 spells. And then finally for the traps, we run 1 Stellar Nova Alpha. What it does is when a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated, you can send 1 face-up Tellarknight monster to the grave, negate the activation, destroy the card, and then draw 1 card. So it gives you back the neg that you might incur from sending a monster to the grave, and it can negate anything and destroy it. And even though It's really not always an egg because like if you send the Yet seed, you're gonna get a search off of it anyway. That's because I would run more than one. I just don't have more than one at the time. So right now I'm running one Stellar Nova Wave, which allows you during your main phase of your opponent's battle phase to special summon one Satellaknight monster from your hand. So when you have lots of monsters in hands, what happens sometimes it just gets it all out on the board for you. But I would definitely replace it with a Stellar Nova Alpha if I get another one. Much along the same lines as Soul Charge, since they get effects when they're special summoned also. I run 2 Call the Haunted. It's a very good card, especially going into the late game. It really helps out with the effects and getting them out of the grave. Then we run 2 Fiendish Chain for effect negation, just to stun your opponent while you're getting to your combos. 2 Prison to take care of those problem monsters that can't be destroyed or you just need to get rid of. Then the 1-ofs, we run the 1 Solemn Warning because it's good. The 1 Bottomless, which is still pretty good. The Banishing is really important in some decks. And then we run 1 Torrential Tribute just to get the board clear. 1 Compulse, which I think will be making more of a comeback. It's really good against all these new decks coming out, especially Shadal's when they can't be destroyed by card effects. This helps get around it, or any Yet seeds. And then 1 Wiretap just for the spell or the trap negation from other decks. So that's 17 traps. And finally for the 40 card deck, and now we have the extra deck, we run 2 of the boss monster, Stellar Knight Delteros. And so he's a heck of a monster, requires 3 level 4s. He's generic, which is amazing. Really not that hard to bring out. So once you bring him out, while it has its seed material, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when you summon, normal or special summon, a monster. And so that's good for just protecting monsters and getting them on the board safely. Then you can detach 1 material to destroy 1 card in the field. Any card set face up doesn't matter. It's amazing. And then its floating ability that when it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Satellaknight monster from hand or deck. So it just flows incredibly well. Because you can just summon an altair, and then special it back from the grave, which is awesome. Now since they're all light monsters, we run Omega for protection from the spells and traps, and a Starly's Paladin mode, get over big problem monsters and stuff like that. Then, since they're all warriors, we run Excalibur and Blade Armor. Now, if you can there is a way to get both of these out in 1 turn, then you can OTK with the 4 and 4400 attached. And so Excalibur is good for big monsters, and if there's just 2 monsters you need to get off the board, Blade Armor really helps. And then if you do need to clear the board, Etzaton for taking away problem monsters from your opponent. We have 101. For problem cards that need destruction, we have Diamond Dyer, and the new card Chistel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer. And so he's really good. What he does is you can detach 1 material to flip 1 face-up monster to face-down defense position, which is awesome to get over. So it pretty much get over anything with less than 2000 defense. Or you can detach 2 materials and shuffle 1 face-up card, front, monster or back row, into your opponent's deck. So that's a really good effect. Next we have, for the game enders, we run a Dahlia Cowboy and Heartland Draco. Whether you need to poke over some big monsters with Heartland Draco, or Cowboy can simply, after you attack with like 4 Satellaknight monsters, and this can do the last 800 damage you need. For grave control, we run the Abyss Dweller just to make sure effects don't happen when you don't want them to, and we run a number 80 to banish the problem cards out of the grave so they can't be a problem anymore. And finally, since you use a lot of resources, we run 1 Daigusto Emerald for the recycling ability, because you really can get everything in the grave really quickly in this deck. It does happen. So with that, that's all the 15 Etsy monsters. So we have a 40 card deck once again, and a with 17 monsters, 10 spells, and 13 traps. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Satellaknight deck profile. I think this deck has great potential, this format, and I hope you all give it a try. This is just another YugiFan signing out. Please comment, rate, subscribe, let us know what other deck profiles you want to see, and we'll try to get them to you. Thanks.